So what are you guys gonna do with all these macaroons?
Eat them.
No idea.
That's a big problem we have right in front of us right here.
As a full-time traveling family, we go in waves with what interests us. We seem to bounce around learning about history, exploring the natural beauty, immersing in culture, and lastly going directly into a kitchen. They all provide value for us, but for some reason, the food adventures fill our souls and our stomachs with a satisfaction unlike any other. And today, for our final adventure in France, before we're heading off to Asia, we are tackling the most challenging dessert to make, the French macaroon.
We're never going to be French pastry chefs, Jessica. There goes my dream. Our career has imploded before we started.
Do what you're good at. I'm really good at traveling.
So we need to make sure.
And by the way, if you're wondering when we will be back to Asia Vlogs, don't despair. After this episode, we'll get back to our current adventures in Japan. Our family just needed a little more time to get through the current crisis and recalibrate. Anyway, here's our last adventure as full-time RVers. For our final adventure in Lemonade, we start off as we normally do, driving in our home on wheels, which in France means being subject to the toll system, which seems to hit you every 5 minutes. But this time, we hit a bit of a snag.
You didn't get a card?
Nope, I didn't get my card. So we basically put our card in there and it didn't want to give us our card back. The gate's up, so we can leave if we really wanted to.
Oh, again?
Avalon. We gotta press the button here.
We didn't get our. They took our card again.
Avalon, they took our card again.
Bonjour. Bonjour. La machine a pris notre carte.
Elle l'a avalée?
Oui.
Vous l'avez mise où, en haut ou en bas?
Où je me découvert.
Now, if there is one thing that we have done well as parents, it's that we have given our kids the gift of languages. And in this situation, we get to cash in on our investment.
Elle l'a pas rendue?
Non.
C'est pas quelqu'un, hein?
D'accord.
Je vais venir vous la donner.
Merci.
Okay. All right, so we're having technical difficulties with the actual toll plaza right now. They take your card and they don't give it back. And here we go to the rescue. And she's literally like opening up the thing underneath there. So hopefully we get our card out. In the meantime, let's talk about how much it costs to actually go on the toll roads. For this little spot that we went through, like a mile, 2 miles maybe, it was €3.80. It's typical. Where? Merci. Okay.
Did you pay?
Yeah, we paid.
Did you pay? Or?
No, it paid. I got it. All right, and we're good.
Yay.
Woo! Bon route in France.
It was the red light.
No, but that's okay. The gate's up.
And this is how we solve problems on the road, with a little bit of patience and a lot of help from the kids.
So today we are going on a little adventure, the French style. We've been trying to sort of milk all of the France ambiance and culture as much as possible before we head out to Asia, because that's really around the corner. But today is more food. This time it's desserts. So macaroons is totally on the plate today. Like literally on the plate today. Get that? Hello. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Karen.
I love your shoes.
Thank you.
Well, the two of them were gonna do it, and I was gonna film, but then our other camera broke, so I said, well, why do you need me? I can do it too.
So here's the thing. This video was shot with only our point and shoot camera, which is great if you're trying to be stealthy, but in large groups, shooting with this little guy can have its challenges, particularly with audio. You'll see later. Don't even get us started on our other camera. It's in the shop and who knows when it's coming back. But nevertheless, making the macaroons is going to be Avalon, Largo, and myself, while Will gets to record the fun.
I feel like I'm with people who know what they're doing now. Yeah, you should be nervous.
The advantage for Will is that he got to sneak a ton of sweets in between shots. Where we were today was at a friend's home, and even though she's not French, she's Dutch if you're interested, she can hang with the best French pastry chefs we know.
I feel welcome here in my kitchen. It's not very big, but it will be fine for this group.
Now, depending on where you are around the world, the pictures and tastes you conjure up when you hear the word macaroon can be totally different. The French macaroon that we will be making is a miniature dessert sandwich with a smooth buttercream inside. Then there are the American macaroons. These are the fun and easy ones that are made at home. They're usually made with coconut, and they sort of look like a rolled up clump of who knows what. But then again, no one really cares what they look like because they taste amazing. And then there are the Middle Eastern macaroons, which are anise flavored. But if you ever mention the idea to a French person that these macaroons are all on the same level, you may be slapped in the face and asked to leave the room.
To have the smooth top, it's important that your ingredients, we only have 3 ingredients for macarons. It's almond powder, icing sugar, and egg whites. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
What?
Yeah.
That just means it's harder to make it.
Don't be fooled, guys. That's it. And a bit of water.
What then makes the macaroon so challenging? It's not the ingredients that goes into the process of making them. Well, instead of questioning how hard they are to make, let's get started.
So just like mix the almond and the icing sugar together. So this is 150 grams each. You should not mix it like 1 minute in a row, because then the oil of the almonds will come out. It will become a paste. So what you should do is like mix it like this. And then you should do it like 10, 15 times max.
While we were finishing with the blender, the dreams of what could be were racing through our minds.
That is not what you're making, you know that. Yours will not look like that.
That one I made for you. No, it's this one.
Citron caviar.
Oh
That's
my
way too
gosh,
fancy for
look
us.
at that. We're gonna do that next time.
Is there a truffle one?
I think you're just gonna be okay with chocolate chip.
I'm just gonna be happy if it takes the right shape.
I just want the book.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous.
So basically what we're doing here is beyond getting ourselves all indoctrinated into what it's all about, the macaroon making, is that we're also building our France trip. So if you don't know at this point, we probably just launched it just maybe a week or two ago. But we're actually having a France trip where about 14 to 15 of you guys can come and join with us. This activity of macaroon making is gonna be part of the entire show. So if this thing tastes good, I think this is going to be one of the highlights of the entire experience.
So since macaroons is all about texture and temperature, it's necessary that you prepare everything you need.
I know, you're not used to things like that in the RV, are you? Big refrigerators, what is that?
You found the secret compartment.
So for the cookie, we start by mixing together the 3 main ingredients: almond powder, icing sugar, and egg whites. And then, to taste, you add in the coloring and flavoring. But it's not so easy because the cookie is essentially a meringue.
Okay, so we are going to heat the sugar until 118 degrees Celsius. Okay. Yeah, 118.
That's really precise.
Yeah, it is precise. It's a certain temperature, but maybe I see. So then we wait, and when this has a temperature of 110 degrees, we start stirring the egg whites.
But the complications do not end at that, as there are 3 different kinds of meringue. There is the Swiss meringue, the Italian meringue, and the French meringue. These are all delicious, but they have subtle differences.
So this is the part that's almost magical. When all the ingredients, the almond powder, sugar, and the egg whites are transformed into the meringue, it becomes one of those confidence-building moments that carries you to greatness. This process of making the meringue is so precise that it is given its own specific name.
Wow! Yeah.
What is it called again?
Macaronage
It
en
basically
français.
means like macarooning.
Yeah, macarooning. Yeah, this is macarooning.
So the process of stirring that is called macarooning.
Macarooning.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's right. It's not blending, it's not whisking, it's not meringuing, it's macaronage. Macaronage. Because I guess the only reason why you would go through so much trouble with the meringue is to make macaroons.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're there.
Now the question is really who gets to lick the bowl?
You?
I don't think that's a French
Okay,
thing.
there we go.
That's macarooning.
That's an American thing.
Now, yes, after all that effort to make the batter, heat the sugar, then mix it all together perfectly, and then shape it to the ideal circle, then this happens.
So we're going to do like 1,
Whoa,
2,
you're ruining it. Stop it.
There we go.
Oh yeah, so one is only one. Oh,
You can see little air bubbles coming up, and if you don't do this, then the meringue will, or the shell will break during baking.
it'll crack.
It will crack. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we're adding now all the decorative effects. Can you put gummy bears in there?
Oh, sprinkles.
Put some hot tamales
This
in
is
there.
very within the
Some Mike and
macarons,
Ikes.
you know? Lemon, some hot pepper.
I could see you doing that with your macaroon.
So now that we've all been given the whole test run and seeing how the professionals did, now it's their turn to try everything. And it's just,
You're welcome.
are you sure you're gonna be good at this? Are you sure? Because we have a lot.
Do I seem skeptical?
Listen,
You guys are
if
gonna
we do this, if we do this right or wrong, it means whether people on a trip that are gonna come with us, they're gonna look to us for guidance.
That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
We may have to hire Heather to come.
That's
help
why I'm not
people
doing
out
this.
after Karen's done with us.
I'm just shooting this. There's too much pressure. All right, so now we're putting the limoncello inside.
The limoncello.
Putting it in.
Evelyn, do you want to help us?
What?
Do you want to help us?
So there will be 3 groups who are making macaroons. There is Mom and Heather, a friend of ours from when we lived in Costa Rica. There are the 3 of us kids who will do better than anyone else. And then there's another mother/daughter group who will have a great fortune or misfortune of being in the 3-ring circus with us.
Oh my! Are we supposed to be stirring?
Probably stirring wrong.
The wrong direction. Clockwise, not counterclockwise.
Sweaty.
So if you're not a very big rule follower, is it really easy to mess this thing up?
Yes, because if you really stir it, then you'll overstir the egg white. That will fill your batter. It's important to do it this way.
Turn it the opposite way. I'm done. I'm going to take over with my job.
While the cookie dough is settling, cookie dough? Is it really cookie dough? Well, not really. French macaron is made from batter, not dough. But if that's the case, the macaron cookie is not a cookie. It's a mini cake sandwich. Hey, that sounds even better. Anyway.
My God, Mom, you used all the pink dye. It still looks like your hair dye.
I told you I was a natural macaroon making.
I made the best.
Listen, Mom has pink envy.
I want everything pink.
While us younger ones were cruising along on our way to sugar heaven, the older ones were too worried about being present in the moment that they had lost all concept of time.
Oh my God, I was so proud of myself for doing this right.
Mom, can we steal your mixer?
And then what do?
Yeah, you guys
I
are kind of
put
us.
2 of these in there,
There's actually
stuck
3
together.
mixers, so I'll get the
Here
other.
I thought I'd be a little bit of a natural since I lived in France. I've eaten tons of these.
Just started.
We had a rhythm that could not be stopped. Maybe it's because we were all under 16, or that we had our eye on the prize, which was getting ours made as soon as possible and eating as many macaroons. But no matter what, we were a well-sugared machine.
Thank goodness she gives me sheets of how to do all this because I've never learned that.
81. How do you?
Who's the boss of this group?
As much as we were all looking to make the perfect macaroon, let's get things straight. We were here for a good time as well.
It's a nice day today, isn't it?
It is nice.
It's so nice and peaceful here. We feel like we can just spend all day and listen to the birds.
Right? Relaxing. Wait, I'm gonna get stay on schedule. Get out of here.
And there's no way that a group like ours was going to miss out on having fun, especially when it came time to shape our cookies.
There's no room for imperfections here, you know that. So what color is yours? Is it?
Orange. It's almost the same color as my shirt.
It's like salmon, isn't it?
Not sure if I did so.
Yes, it's actually very similar. Okay, so. Okay.
So from what I understand, there's like a little whip that needs to occur here, right?
This is the 4th time.
There's attitude that has to be given in this thing.
How do I do the whoosh thingy? How? You just did it.
Pretend like you're a famous French pastry chef.
Sign your signature. I'm gonna do it at the end of this row.
Where are we at? Here? Where?
My God, Mom, that looks exactly like you.
Okay.
And your personality.
Matches my hair.
And your personality.
Yes, what's that mean?
Oh, you guys are only there?
Hey! We're doing a great job, Cyrus.
This isn't a race, people.
We're trying our hardest. It takes time to make these delicious things.
While we were getting our cookie batter ready to bake, we were offered a peek of what we expected to see when our macaroons were ready.
Too much of flour.
Here, just have some.
No, I don't know where those hands are.
What? That's good.
Don't snack on the goodies, Will.
And after a while, believe it or not, we were actually getting really good at what we were doing. Or at least it felt like we were.
You're doing all right?
Yep.
You feeling confident? It's gonna taste good anyway?
Yep. He said ours was the best. So, yeah.
I believe that.
If you wouldn't have known any better, you could say that this kind of looked like our 5th time, or maybe even our 10th time doing this, not our first.
1, 2, 3, 4.
These. 1, 2, 3.
It's the most precise I've seen you ever.
Really good at the swish.
Must be something from my basketball playing days.
So while the cookies were starting to bake, there were a few that were already done, and we dove into them.
So is this, will these look like this?
Maybe, I hope so. This is salted butter with caramel.
Oh my gosh. Avalon. Try one. So in essence, we're basically trying, now we're gonna try these. I'm gonna shove them in my mouth. They're really, really, really delicious. And you can taste like all the different colors. Well, you can't taste the colors, but you can definitely taste the textures. You can tell automatically that these things take forever to bake because they have such a level of intricacy to it. Each bite has so much of an in-depth just flavor to it that you really want to just savor it as much as possible.
They're flavorful. I'm serious, they're really good.
What flavor is that one?
Well, this is Avalon's raspberry. I gave her a bite of my caramel. This is delicious.
Don't ever tell a French person that a Dutch person can make French pastries better.
Exactly.
That's not happening, sorry.
You're gonna have to put something across her face that blurs her out.
Here.
It's ready.
Yeah, they're ready.
Wow, that looks so amazing. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
So right now, if you touch them, you'll just burn your fingers, right?
No, you can touch it.
You can touch them.
Yeah, you can. What I'm going to do.
Test.
Who's macaroon?
Yay!
Once the cookies came out of the oven, it was time to fill them with buttercream. And like everything else, there are a few tricks of the trade here as well.
Yeah, and this is it's a salted butter caramel creme. So you make caramel first, and then you soften the butter and you mix it together.
Go try it.
And you can try it.
Oh, I'm sure no one wants to try it. Margot, you don't like it? No? Oh, you said you didn't like it? I'll take it. I love learning the secrets.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I won't ever steal
You put
it.
a little bit. Make sure that you put the raspberry in, but there should be cream all over, otherwise...
So you don't even know that it's in there, the raspberry.
I would have never guessed that.
The secret to Corinne's raspberry macaroons is that she actually includes real raspberries inside the filling. It was really good.
Yes, but that's why I made the whole, because you want to cover the whole raspberry, because otherwise what is
Flavor.
it?
No, it's the acid. It's like the air does something.
If the raspberry is not good, how do you say that?
Oh, it's rotten?
The mold, yeah, whatever. You don't want that to develop. Yeah, there's still 2 minutes to go. All right.
It's okay. 2 minutes.
So, and
totally
one
blown right
thing,
now.
because
Here's the thing. You can eat the macaroons as soon as they are assembled, but the perfect macaroon sits for at least a day. This allows the moisture of the buttercream to permeate the cookie, resulting in a crispy outside, a soft cookie, and a creamy middle. Absolute French perfection.
So these are the spoils of war at this point? You get to take all this home?
wow.
Look how messy Silas.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Doesn't matter how they look.
From a shop.
Yes.
Silas, I'm pretty messy looking and Will still likes me, so.
That's true, yeah.
Even
No comment.
You did shower today.
I did shower today. It was very exciting.
Wow.
So when all is said and done, there's very little left behind. I think we made, how many macaroons did we make altogether, do you think?
8,000.
100?
100. And how much, do you know, I don't know if I want to know, how many calories are in a macaroon?
Too much. Don't count.
How many calories in macaroon?
Don't count calories.
I don't want to know. Oh my God. Seriously, I knew this was going to be cool, but I had no idea it was going to be this cool. I cannot wait to come back with our group trip. I mean, honestly, they're delicious. It's fun. It's a great French experience. What did you think, Will?
I'm pretty psyched that our last adventure in the RV, I know we've been saying that for a while, But this is officially, I have to say, without getting too nostalgic, this is our last adventure in the RV.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna cry. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time. Pour it in.
So macaroons in general are really expensive, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So is that why it gets its own special term when you're mixing it together?
Yeah.
It's not mixing, it's macaroonage.
She puts this on here, and then you have the shape.
That's freaking
Imagine that.
Yeah.
So basically, at this point, since you didn't pass 3rd grade art class,
I knew you were gonna say something. Believe it or not, I was a graphic designer for 20 years.
listen, just keep your eyes on the kids and you'll do just fine.
Less than what they did, or
You're doing a good job there. You got a career in this stuff? On the kids team, we had a bit of a mishap, and at this point, there is, look at that.
I'm never gonna look at macaroon the same way.
Back in the bag?
Back in the bag. We can save these. That's right. Start all over again.